mindset is. You know what I mean? Like, how many people did they really see or they're around to be doing that type of shit? You know what I mean? And now they got kids, and so it's like, dang.
Yeah, I definitely feel like our parents did the best they could with what they had, and that's another reason why I don't like over push them or over like, because it's just like, oh, you know, I could like have a grudge and was like, why didn't you teach me this when I was a kid, and why didn't you tell me this? Like, why didn't you teach me about taxes at the age 6? It's just like, okay, they probably didn't know. Like, how they gonna teach me something that they don't know? Like, I can't be upset with them about that. So I go off and learn it, and then I bring it back to them. So I'm teaching you what I know so we can move forward. Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked for This podcast. I am Sydney with one Y, aka Sid the CPA, and I am joined by my husband with his fine self.
No, you fine. You the fine one.
Me?
Yep. We fine together.
We are fine.
We fine together.
We a fine ass couple.
We a fine ass couple. We find it in rat hair. I'm your boy, Sydney Proctor, Sydney_D_Proctor on Instagram, and Yendis P on Twitter. I believe so. I'm gonna have to be sure to let y'all know that it's gonna be right down here below. You know what I mean? Right here.
You be tweeting?
I'll be out here getting my chirp on. How you doing, beautiful?
Man, surviving.
Hold on. Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked for This. Did we do that part already?
Yeah, I said welcome back.
Oh, my bad. I was listening, but
special.
Baby, it's just like, you know, like I'm trying to hear and grow hair at the same time. That shit ain't working.
Nah, you got to stick to what you know. stick to what you know.
How you been? How you feeling? What's on your mental? Let it out your dental. I'm here to listen.
Surviving and thriving. That's what I like to say. Taking it one day at a time. That's all I can do, really.
That's the only way to take it. But
how you doing?
I'm good. I like to hear that you're doing pretty good, surviving and thriving. You know, you doing a lot of that thriving.
I mean,
you know,
I say thriving, but it's really coasting and being grateful to be in the position that I'm in.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you are in a nice position.
I am.
But who put you there?
I mean, giving all honor to God.
Hallelujah.
It's really just I don't know. People like to ask, like, how are you? Like you know, people say that you're dope and this kind of thing. And I'd be like, I feel like I got dope parentals. I feel like my parents are dope. You know what I'm saying? They pass it along. Like I just feel like I have a dope family.
Really do. Your daddy. I don't know about that shit. That man hilarious, bro. Like her pops. He introduced me to the horses.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Betting on horses is like, I don't know. It's like such a thrill. Like, I understand why people gamble.
Whoa.
It's such a thrill. I can't really do the slots. Like, the slots is fine, like, you know, pressing the button, but like them horses, watching them horses run.
Let the people know what you really like.
I got a new hobby.
Let the folks know what you really like.
What, the quarter horses? What?
Blackjack.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Blackjack and
pretty good. Nah, I'm good at craps too. Listen, the craps table, y'all want to see me on the craps table, okay?
Y'all want to see me on the craps table.
You don't want to see me on the craps table.
Cheat. Hey, shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them. Yeah, for real, y'all. We had this. Her brother, he did this this casino night, right? And so Sydney at the table, bro. She right here beside me. When I tell you, she hit for like, what was it?
I got to roll at least 25 times in a row. 25
times,
and that's absurd, really,
bro.
But the thing is, when you doing craps, like whenever you the one rolling, you don't make that much money. So everybody was making money off me being successful, and I was like, I don't fool with that.
Fuck this 9 to 5.
I don't fool with that.
She made your boy some money. Like I loved her even more at that moment. I said, they said having a strong woman on your side will make you some money and will get you to where you need to be. But nah, you did that though. Yeah, but you do got some dope. And your mama?
Oh yeah. She a little wild one.
Man, she a little firecracker, but she the type of firecracker that you don't mind popping, cause she dope, bro. Like, she dope. Parentals are great. You know, I appreciate mine, you know, for bringing me up the way I am. You know what I mean? That shit cool. You know, sometimes I want to whoop them. I want to get a belt and whoop them the way they whoop me.
Your family's so funny. They be having me rolling, man. Be having my sides hurting.
That's all they do is crack jokes and shit. Like, I'm like, y'all, can we take this one moment serious? And everybody busts out laughing.
You don't even be taking moments serious.
I be thinking I do. That's what it is. I be thinking I do. So how is it since we talking about parents and you talk about how dope our parents is? So give me a little background of growing up with your parents and how they parented you. Do you think it was effective?
I think so. I definitely got whoopings. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I was traumatized by them. I definitely feel like, you know what, I was out here fucking up, okay? Out here making a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted.
Ass woman.
My parents, they kind of let me form my own opinions. They let me have a say in making decisions. And I feel like that is something that I'm really, truly grateful for, because I see and hear other people's stories of how decisions was made for them, and you had to do this, you had to do that, and if it's the parents' way or no way. And I don't know if they let me or if I just chose that path on my own, because I definitely had like a rebel phase. But yeah, my parents, they allowed me to hang out with my friends. They weren't too strict. I always kind of feel like, you know how like you're afraid to ask them for something, like you're afraid to ask if you can spend the night somewhere and do that kind of thing. Like, I definitely had those moments, but it's just like, nah, like they would let me be me, be who I was. And I grew up by myself, because me and my brother, like, we're 8 years apart. So it's like I had a lot of childhood alone, and I would pretty much stay out the way. And so I don't think I was too bad of a kid. I had a smart ass mouth though.
That's bad.
I had a smart ass. I
don't think it's bad, but like, what type of smart mouth? Because there's levels to that shit.
It was a kind of smart mouth where it's like, I developed sarcasm very early in life. Like, when I say very early, I'm talking about like I was in 6th grade watching Family Guy, learning what sarcasm was, and I just put that into my everyday life. And so it trickled down from there. So I definitely probably gave them hell with that. But I feel like my dad is very sarcastic, and my dad is very like quick-witted and that kind of thing. So it's in my genes, but
Wranglers, Levi's, you got them jeans. You got them jeans strong for real. Cause that man quick with it.
Yeah.
That man, he's so quick. I think his joke come out before you even say something. He already got a joke for what you got to say.
He got the one-liners ready.
Man, I think he be writing them shits when he on the toilet.
Stop it.
It be them good jokes, like concentrated ass, like they be on point. They be on point. For real. What about your moms?
My mom, she had to kind of navigate the best friend and daughter relationship. And I think that's very hard to do when you're raising a mini-me, because I feel like I'm extremely like her. So I feel like that's the difficult part about that she had, was trying to establish the parental difference, but then also trying to create the where like you should come to me for things and that kind of, because it's like it's hard to do. It's hard to discipline and then be like, no, come to me and talk to me and do these kind of things. Like, so I feel like that is a hard boundary to make. So, but I definitely grew up knowing that I could go to her for anything and that I could talk to her about anything. And then I also knew that my mama don't take no shit off nobody. So you gotta come correct. And hey.
Damn, that's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean,
what about you and your parentals?
Man, my pops love pocket knives, man. Like,
what the pocket knives got to do with anything?
Because that nigga, he'll pull it on you quick too, and he just be playing. Like we do. That's why we joke. Like, that's why I now and then it was fun. But growing up, like my mom, she ain't take no shit. Mm-hmm. My mom was a fighter before I was born. Mm. So she had my other three, so they know if shit gonna pop off, who they gotta go get. My mama, right? But my mama didn't pick with nobody. But like growing up with them, it's like she had our back, But while she's having our back the whole time, what did you do? What did you do? Like one time, teacher told me to shut up. You know, I ain't finna let that go. I went home and told my mama. I said, Mama, she told me to shut up. Huh? Don't nobody tell my boy. Now, what did you do? Well, I mean, your ass shouldn't have been talking in school. But I'm going to that school tomorrow. You know what I mean? So she the type to get to the bottom of. My dad, he quiet. He chill. You know, them cute ass eyes, that pretty ass hair, that lovely skin. Like, he just be chill sitting back. But, like, when it's time to take action, like, he mean business when it come to us. Like, for real. He do what he gotta do. You know what I mean? I learned how to work. I learned a lot of shit to with my hands with that man. Like, I learned my mouthpiece from my mama. Like, bro, you ain't finna talk bad to me and like that. But one thing I did get from both of them is my thrifting skills. Because like my dad, he's frugal as hell. But my mama, she like to spend money, but also she like the quality.
Right.
She like quality, so she find quality. She like quality at a low price. So
don't we all?
Man, don't we all? So in that whole realm, it was like I had some pretty good parents. Like everybody wanted my parents. You know what I mean? I had to share my parents with every damn body. I already had to share them with 3 siblings, but I had to share them with my friends. And so they were the type of parents that, you know, I played sports and was damn good at it too. And if you want to catch me right now, I can give you a go. But they were like, if I had a Gatorade, everybody had a Gatorade.
That's good. That's the way to be.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They really taught me that. Or if I had a ride from the game, as many as we can put at one point the van, and then from the van we got the towers and Park Avenue. Like if as many people we put in there, we're gonna put them in there. And like they cared about the community coming from where they came from. Like my pops, my pops from Mississippi. But when they moved to Arkansas, like still poor, like he showed me the shack that they stayed in one time. He was like, bro, it snowed so hard back here one time that it was up to the door and he still had to go out and chop wood. And they ain't had no lights on the street where one spot where he grew up, and he was the man of the family. Cause my granddad was in Mississippi, but my granny was in Arkansas. And so he was like, yeah, it wasn't no street lights back here. He was like, so when the bus dropped him off at the street, he was like, that's how I got fast. One other way I got fast, because he used to run back. He was like, man, I ain't know it was out there. And he took me back there one time. And like my mom, she grew up like shit poor too. So they had to grow up before their time. So, you know what I mean? So they tried to remove a lot of that stress off of us. But you know how parents are. They trying to protect you and remove a lot of that stress, but they end up adding a little more. Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely, I feel like that's a hard line to find, like their protection versus allowing somebody to make their own decisions. Because, like, at what age are you able to make your own decisions and decide for yourself and do that kind of thing? And so I see, like, as I get older, it's just like, I'm grateful that I started making decisions for myself very early, because I would hate to have gotten to 18 and it's like, okay, all my decisions before now were made for me. What do I do? Like that is a hard transition. Like it's a very hard transition. And so I'm just like, well, I think having cool parents is, I think it's what's up. Like honestly, just because people would always say that, oh, your parents are so cool. That kind of like, nah, these motherfuckers is crazy.
Nigga, you can
they cool because you here, but when you leave,
everybody be talking again.
Shoot.
Yeah, I can feel that because I say that because like my mom is a cusser. She a hard cusser. Like she know how to cuss. And she told us, she was like, I've been cussing since I was 7 years old. And she was like,
7?
Yes. Her dad asked her when she was 7. He was like, what you want to be when you grow up? She said, I want to be a woman. And he said, why you want to be a woman? Because they cuss and smoke cigarettes.
Oh my God.
And he was like, because he called her a woman. He's like, woman, what cuss words you know? And she looked at him and he was like, no, Sam, I ain't gonna tell your mama, because my grandma was stupid holy. She was a Bible thumper. And my mama said she fired off with the cuss words. She gave him the best one she had. And he said, hold on, you gotta stop.
Now she cussing too good at 7.
At 7. And she was like, you know, back in the days, in that time, my mom was born in 63 and my dad was born in 71.
Man,
but
what a time to be alive.
What a time. But but they experienced similar shit because of my dad being from Mississippi. And, you know, Mississippi country, Lula, Kahoma, like, it's country. Like, both of them pick cotton, chop cotton. But my dad, like, he was on some other shit. Like, he had to, you know, he was out there picking cornfields and shit like that as a kid. So my mom, she even said to this day, she was like, I don't understand why him coming that far after me still had to deal with the same shit I had to deal with, you know?
Man, us coming after them, we still got to deal with some of the same shit. That's the wild part.
That shit is wild, but it's beautiful. Like I said, I appreciate them, but also, you know, like you said about the decision making. They made, you know, most of my decisions for me. It was like, man, I worked a job in high school for 6 weeks. That was at Sonic.
Yeah.
And I knew when I wanted to quit when we was in Memphis, and they was calling me to come in for somebody else. I was like, no. Like, I'm in Memphis with my people. We enjoying, we kicking it like whoever is supposed to come in. But it's like they looked at me and they was looking at me like, it's your job. You signed, you filled out the application, you went. And so actually I had to leave Memphis and we went home and I had to go clock in. And at that moment I knew I wasn't finna work that job no more as a kid. So
they wouldn't have saw me that day.
Yeah.
They definitely wouldn't have saw me. So I'm curious, like, how is it for you being like an adult? Like, I know like as a kid, you know, you have like that parental relationship, but now you still have a parental relationship, but it's like you're an adult now. It's like, hey, we all grown here. Okay, I pay the bills in my house.
Man.
So it's like that's also that, because that's something that I carry with me. Like I carry it with me because it's something that I definitely feel like I am an adult now. I have the right to say what I want to say. You know, you probably used to talk to me crazy. But again, I pay the bills in my house now. Okay. So you're not finna talk to me no kind of way. So how is that adult parent relationship for you?
It's the best fucking relationship ever, because I will literally now tell my parents, like, no, bro, this is not what you need to do. Like, I will get in my parents' ass. And I do it on a level of no disrespect. It's like the same way you looked out for me, I went out and learned better. I got the power to do better. So now I'm trying to take the step to do better. Now I'm trying to take the step to help you do better. You know, so it's like, for me, bro, I got my mama sent me money to invest. She never invested none. She was like, I may not have the knowledge, but as I get the money, you invest this money for me and us, and we gonna watch it grow. And even just like some other financial, my mom ain't been the best with finances, you know what I mean? My dad, A1, you know, like if he wanted to go to school, be in accounting, I think that would have been the absolutely amazing job for that man. But it was me reiterating how important those things were, and the people I get around. So the network I build, I take what I get from there to go and teach them. Now, do they do it all the time?
Probably not.
No, but we got that understanding. It's like, well, mama, daddy, if you ain't gonna do it, then it is what it is. As long as you happy and comfortable where you at, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with them. Even when they go in like the real estate and out in investing and stuff, it's just like, this is what it is. This is what I'm finding out. Like, I saw what y'all went through at one point. I don't want y'all to go through that again. Right. So that's how I get in their ass sometimes. But it's nothing out of disrespect. It's nothing out of hate or anything. It's all out of pure ass love, you know. So what about yourself with almost like, it's almost like parenting your parents?
Man, that's
how is it for you, like, as far as your relationship with the role switching type deal?
I really didn't notice it until we came to like wedding planning and that kind of thing. Just because when I was in Arkansas, like, so, because me and my mom, we talk pretty much almost every day. And so we have definitely developed that best friend relationship. And so me being in Arkansas, I'm over here making decisions that don't necessarily affect anybody else. Like, I'm living my own life, that kind of thing. But whenever you're kind of planning a wedding, it's like you don't realize that the marriage and wedding planning is important to the parent as well. Like, whenever they ask like who gives this girl away, it's like I am transitioning like the protection responsibility to another family, like for them to create their own family, and that's a big deal. And so I'm over here just, like trying to be considerate of everybody in the wedding, and so I'm trying to like plan things to keep everybody in the loop and that kind of thing. But it's just like there's just certain things that now looking back, it's like, oh, I could have invited my mom to this. I could have, like tried to get your mom to come down, that kind of thing. But it just wasn't on my mind at the time. Like I'm over here trying to just focus on the budget, make sure everybody can be, I can't make everybody happy, but everybody can be accommodated. Like I'm trying to accommodate everybody. And so I just didn't take that into account. And so I was just like, dang, if you listen to the words that like at usual wedding reception, like wedding ceremonies, like this is a big deal. This is a family, like, two families becoming one, but it's also just like you're now creating your own family, somebody that has protected you for so long and had the responsibility of making sure that you're okay and that kind of thing. You are actually, leaving Cleve, like you are leaving your family to start your own. And that's a big deal. And so I definitely didn't realize that till like having hindsight for sure. But as far as being an adult and that kind of thing, I kind of agree with you. It's like, I want better for them. Like I went off and got this degree and I am starting my own business and doing all this and so now I have to take everything that I learned and I'm trying to apply it to their life while they're still here. Because I don't want them to, you wanted better for me. Okay, I done got better. Now I'm trying to get you better because like you can still have better. Like I don't want you to sit and think that, because you're in your 50s, that it's over. Life is not over until you gone. Like you can still push forward and still, you can still make money. You can still, 56 and 50. How old is Angela? 53. You can still go off and become a millionaire by 60. Both of y'all can. Yes. We can make it happen. So I don't want you to sit there and think that your life is over. And so I try to definitely pour into them and lift them up and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of like what my adult relationship has been with my parents so far.
What like what's your thought process about parenting your parents? If that's what we're gonna say, like parenting your parents. What's your thought process on their actions, or what have been the results that you've been getting from it? Are you supposed to be happy with those results, or are they supposed to, like with parenting a parent? Because you know how sometimes parents can make us do something, but it's really for their satisfaction, the results that come out of it. You know what I mean? Do you feel that?
Not really. Mostly just because I have to treat my parents like, yes, they're my parents, but they're also just ordinary people. And so I have to approach it as that I have to kind of meet them where they are. So it's like, I can want better for you all day, but you got to want better for yourself. So I can be giving you the knowledge. I can tell you what to do. I can tell you step A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But until you make the decision and take step A, you're going to always just be at the start. So there's that part of it. But then it's also the part of it to where it's like, if you are comfortable and you are happy in the position that you are in, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm happy that you are still doing whatever you're doing. So I'm like full-fledged support you. But whenever you're ready and whenever you want more and I'm gonna be here. Okay.
Holla at me. That's dope. That's dope. That's how I'm telling you, I feel the same way. It's just like when you want to take that step, because I'm walking over here, baby.
Right.
But it's one of those things, like, I understand where I come from. I understand where they come from, and I understand where their mindset is. You know what I mean? Like, how many people did they really see or they're around to be doing that type of shit? You know what I mean? And now they got kids, and so it's like, dang.
Yeah, I definitely feel like our parents did the best they could with what they had. And that's another reason why I don't like over push them or over like, because it's just like, I could like have a grudge. Someone's like, why didn't you teach me this when I was a kid? And why didn't you tell me this? Like, why didn't you teach me about taxes at the age 6? It's just like, okay, they probably didn't know. Like, how they gonna teach me something that they don't know? Like, I can't be upset with them about that. So I go off and learn it, and then I bring it back to them. So I'm teaching you what I know so we can move forward.
That's what I feel like. Even times I got to catch myself though, because I feel like I'm too pushy sometimes on them. Because it's like I understand what time is, and I understand what time ain't, and I understand what we can get out of the time that we have here now. But once it's gone, it's gone. So I know I can be like at times I can be a little pushy, a little overbearing. But it's almost to the point of it's like I wish they would have did that with me at times because like I'm telling you I'm a damn good person. Like I'm dope. I'm good. Like it's not a cockiness. It's a confidence and an understanding who I am as an individual. And so it's like y'all made me. So if y'all made me this, picture what we can do for you. Like that's how I'm on it. And it's just like just some of the conversations we have and how it goes. It's like, are you really listening to what you saying? And like I hit him with that. I was like, did you just hear what you just said? And I'll flip it all the way back and start at the top of what we just talked about and list it out to them and to hear their response. Just so they can understand what they just said. And I'm like, what you just said didn't make sense.
Right.
It didn't make sense. But then I have to sit back, like I said, and realize where they come from, who they are. And it's just like, let's take baby steps. Let's take some baby steps. Even though you grown as hell, we still got to take baby steps because all in all, they just want to be, they ain't no want to be, we're just kids.
Yeah. And I think that we're grown kids and we are continuously learning. So like how you mentioned with baby steps, I feel like that is accurate as hell. Like you have to take, when it comes to teaching your parents things and trying to move them forward in the best way possible, whether it be with technology, because you know they don't know how to work nothing.
No.
And because I'm just
what's the how do I get that move on the Netflix?
and I'm just like
push the button.
Yeah,
push the goddamn button.
They don't know how, and it takes a certain kind of patience to not train, but to teach somebody how to work something that you know is simple, that you have been working for 10 plus years and that kind of thing. So I just feel like, especially they know how to work Facebook though. They know how to work the Messenger and they know how to work the sharing and all this kind of stuff. So I'm just like, if you know how to work Facebook, okay, you know how to work a PDF. I'm finna teach you these steps and we finna go from here. But definitely take those baby steps with them. And baby steps at my grown age is a test of patience. Again, because I hired my dad. He does my bookkeeping. And
employees, what?
Yes. So I hired my dad, and that has been like a challenge within itself because it's like he has the bookkeeping knowledge, but then there's like the technical skill of like learning what QuickBooks is. And so QuickBooks wasn't around when he was doing bookkeeping. Like when he was doing bookkeeping, you wrote the expense down and you put it in a file folder. Like that's something totally different now.
Damn, that's prehistoric.
And so it has been a whirlwind of tapping into my training ability. So it's like, okay, am I training him? I'm not training him on the bookkeeping, but I'm training him on technology, right? So I have to kind of go back to what people in that age like to do. They like to read. They have to see it. Now, me, I'm not gonna say never because I've written a training manual before, but it's like I have to tap into that again and write a training manual for the stuff that I know how to do. And that's something that has been, that's a real parenting your parent type moment. Trying to break down everything that you learned in school, everything that you learned on the job, and put it into a document and give it to somebody else so they can do it step by step. That has been a damn doozy.
It's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. But we gotta know at the end of the day, like the patience that some of our parents didn't have with us, we have to have with them. The support that some of our parents may not have for us, we have to have for them. If you really want your parents to grow and to do the things that you know they are capable of doing, we have to be willing to take a step back, to look at reality for what it is, and we have to be able to walk with them at times. Like, I'm not saying it's your responsibility to take it over, you know what I'm saying, people? But it's our responsibility to be that that parent for them that they may not have had, if that makes sense. Because like I know, like not saying nothing about my grandparents and nothing like that, but like you say, they did the best with what they could. They did what they thought was the best. I can't say they did the best. They did what they thought was the best.
Right.
And so like, if I can come in and help fill those gaps and still have balance in my life, I got you, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Like, that's how I be looking at it, man. And like, it's some shit that I be looking at like, damn, I wish, you know, we be here together and we have our conversations. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm glad my parents did this. I'm glad I got that ass whooping at one time. Now, them other ones, I ain't deserved. You know what I mean? Like, but that one though, that one taught me a lot. Cause, I was telling Sydney this one time, I was like, I thought twice before doing a lot of shit I did, because them ass whoopings and stuff, it was like, that it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Like, I was a kind of a privileged child, but at the same time, it was just, I did what I had to do, and those were the rewards that my parents rewarded me with. You know what I mean? So when it come back to parenting, it's like, I want to be able to reward them. You know, when the athletes be like, I'm gonna buy my mama that house. Like, fuck buying them that house. I want to buy them the block, because as much as they have poured into me, I own them houses. You know what I mean? I owe them land. But like, I say that to myself, but I tell my parents that, and they be like, you don't owe me nothing. Just stay out there and do what you got to do. They was like, my mama told me and my dad told me, he was like, you ain't never got to do nothing for me. But I'm like, I got my list and I know what I'm going to do, because I know what you did for me. You fed me, my roommate. You fed people you don't even know you fed when I was in college. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was cool. Yeah. But now it's I feel like it's my time to turn around and give back and to walk with them, because I'm seeing people their age doing shit that I know they want to do.
It's possible.
It
is possible. I feel like when people say age is nothing but a number, like, that is very true, because you still have time. You have to make that decision to whatever life you want to live. You got to make the decision to go after it.
And the thing when you said that, like, me working healthcare at one point, shit, working healthcare, it taught me that old age is nothing but time and wisdom here. The day you are too old to do something is the day you're dead.
Dead and gone.
That can be 12, 22, 82, 102. The day you are dead is the day you are too old to do whatever it is. So man, like, y'all just sit there, like, if you know your parents been talking to you about something, or if you've been seeing your parents, you know, talking about something, or even if it's a parent watching this, like, take some time out and just reflect and be like, damn, I can do this. What's the it was like, it's been a lot of people, a lot of individuals out here that get shit done at 38, 40, 42, 58. I see some people getting degrees at 80.
Man, and that's perfectly fine. Man. And they always they set a goal probably at maybe when they're in their 20s, like, oh, I'm gonna graduate, I want to go to college and that kind of thing. But you know, life happens, life happens. But life doesn't happen to the circumstances where you can't do anything, where anything is impossible for you. Like, you can do whatever it is, whatever goals that you set, you can still do them, you can still accomplish them. It might take you a little bit longer. Man. It might be a little different path. You might be starting later in life, but they can still get done. You can still check them hoes off.
Yes, I'm with you. Like, it can still check off. So it's like, man, sometimes we got to parent our parents. You got to bend them over our lap and whoop their ass. Not really, because, like, I don't think I can get away with that, because my daddy, he told a knife and my mama told a gun. So, well, I'm just going, I keep, you know, them having weapons, I keep my distance very nice. But other than that, though, it's just lessons. It's like the lessons I've learned from them, I've learned to add to them and bring back to them, if that makes sense. And so it's like, whether you want to use it or not, like, it's up to you. So I try to hold them accountable. I ain't gonna lie, because sometimes I feel like I wish my parents would have held me a little more accountable in some areas. And so I appreciate them for not knowing. I appreciate everything they did know. And I appreciate them for teaching me the things they did know, because it helped me understand what I need to go out there and get, if that makes sense. Yeah. So they dope. I mean, they some dope ass people, bro. I'm gonna have to go on there and call them and let them know. y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Nobody Asked For This. I'm your boy, Sydney D. Proctor.
And I am Sydney with one Y, also known as Sid the CPA. It is tax season, okay? If you need your taxes done, hit me up, okay? Because you need your taxes done. I already know you do.
You do.
If you need to file an extension, just so you know,
Let us know.
extension is an extension to file, not an extension to pay. Your taxes will still be due on the 18th of April. So get it done.
Get it done. Like I say, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Y'all go out there and take care of your parents. Take care of yourself. You know, we love y'all. Tune in to next week. Take it easy.
Bye.